check, mic check. So now we working. Finally. We got it working. The mic was the issue. We got it working. We got it working. Let's give people a chance to scroll in here, because I had to shut the other one down. I had to shut that one down. My mic was tripping, but I got it fixed. Got it fixed. Make sure everything else working right. There we go. We good. My chest screeching and scraping. But we good. We in here. Let's give people a few more minutes and we'll roll through it. Again, that was, my mic was tripping, so I couldn't start like I wanted to. I had to fix the mic. Got it fixed. Problem solved and got it out the way. Fixed, problem solved and got it out the way. Restarted the stream. So I appreciate it. Now, what I will do is I'll go back and, because that other stream, I'm sure it's saved. And the Notre game for Monday will come from that first stream. The Notre game from Monday will come with that first stream. First stream. So let's kind of see how many people we got in here, so we can get rolling. We'll go ahead and get started since I messed the other one up. We'll roll from there. People come in, they come in. If they don't, they don't. It's my buzz because I messed it up. So, welcome back to the show. It's Coach Evans with Cincinnati Films, and this is Ravens Daily, episode 29. And we're talking about my power rankings, my preseason power rankings for the NFL, my top 10 NFL teams on paper. My top 10 NFL teams on paper. So, let's start off with the Notre game for yesterday. Let's jump into that. Yesterday, you'll see it was Marcus Payne again. Jeremiah W. finally broke it. And Jordan Yates broke the top 3. Appreciate you guys for jumping in. If you want to be a part of the Notre game, whenever my live streams come up for the daily show, you go and be one of the first ones. Then you type in hashtag Notre game. That way I know YouTube is doing their job of notifying the subscribers of when the videos go live. And I have a general idea of who they're reaching and whatnot. And I know everybody don't have their notifications on, but if you don't, please do so. Hit the bell so you can be notified and hit all. Don't hit personalized. Go hit the bell and give you a choice, all or personalized or something else. Make sure you hit all so you can be here for all the content, not just the live show, the videos I do on a normal basis. So I want to say thank you to everybody for pushing yesterday's video, or was it 2 days ago? About Todd Monken and his bunch set to make me have a 1 out of 10. I hadn't had a 1 out of 10 in a minute. So I appreciate everybody for watching that, liking it, and commenting and pushing it up to be a 1 out of 10. But let's go ahead and stab into this my top 10. Now, when I checked at like 4 o'clock, I didn't have any comments. So there is no Jane Doe coming up today. If somebody did one after 4 o'clock, I didn't see it. And so tomorrow we'll put all the names from May on the spinning wheel, and we'll spin the wheel and pick a winner for the Jane Doe comment of the month, so to speak, and not comment of the day. And then we'll get with whoever wins and send them their prize package sometime in the month of June. So that's how we roll in there. All right, let's get into my top 10. And again, since I was late, I'm gonna go ahead and dive right into it. Let me get me back up here first. All right, there it is. That's 10 through 6. That's 10 through 6. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through it and tell you what I like about each team, and then we'll go from there. Make sure I got my screen set up right on my end. 1 second. And turn my watch off from all this beeping. Don't need to be interrupted anymore. All right. First up, Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to tell you what I like about them and what I dislike about them. And you can go ahead and start putting your top 10 in the comment section. Comment section and in the chat box. Do that. Put your top 10 in the comment section and in the chat box. But 10 through 6. And we'll start with 10 with Seattle. What I like about Seattle, they're what I would call a team. They got a good running back. They got good receivers. They got good tight end. They got young bookends at left tackle. And they're young. They're young. Kenneth Walker was a rookie last year. Well, we know about DK and Tyler Lockett. Then you got Jackson Smith and Jigba out of the draft this year. They got Noah Fant, who's a young, good tight end. Charles Cross and Lucas were rookies last year, so they'll be even better. On the defensive side, they had Tariq Woolen, who had, in my opinion, just as good a year, if not better than Sauce when it comes to interceptions. They also drafted Kobe Bryant last year, and they picked up a top corner out of the draft this year, Witherspoon from Illinois, I think. I think it's from Illinois. They got Jamal Adams back. They got Quandre Diggs. They got super fast Jordan Brooks, and they got Bobby Wagner back. Keep in mind, and Geno has produced admirably in his big chance to start. That's number 9. So at number 10, what I dislike about them, you don't know what you're gonna get from Geno. Geno can be up, he can be down. That's the negative I got for the Seattle Seahawks. And sometimes that inexperience, because they're so young, will bite them in the butt. That inexperience with them being so young will bite them in the butt, in close games and clutch moments. Then sometimes it won't, because they so young they don't know that they supposed to have pressure on them. Going to number 9. A lot of people may not like this number 9, but it's the Cowboys. What I like about the Cowboys, I like Tony Pollard as the lead back. I like Dak Prescott. I like CeeDee Lamb. I like what they've done up front with their O-line, if they can stay healthy. Defensively, they are monsters when it comes to rushing the passer. DeMarcus Lawrence, Michael Parsons, they can do everything. They added Mozzie Smith to keep their linebackers clean. As far as Gilmore and Diggs at the cornerback position, Dallas is going to have a pretty admirable defense. They already had a good pass rush, but now that you got 2 good corners on the back end that can get the ball, Dallas tried to put something together, and I respect it. I respect it a lot. Number 8, the Jets. The Jets got another good young team. They were one of the best rookie classes last year. With Sauce Gardner and Breece Hall, and who was the receiver? Garrett Wilson. They had a good draft class. But what I like about the Jets, the addition of Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall will be back. Garrett Wilson, they added Mecole Hardman and Allen Lazard. So that's a pretty good wide receiver room. They're okay up front with Becton and Vera Tucker and other guys, Lincoln Thompson, Connor McGovern. Defensively, Quentin Williams is a problem. He is a serious problem. He got to be double teamed, and that opened it up for that linebacking crew, because you got to double Quentin, and their linebackers can get downhill and hit gaps like that. On the back end, Sauce Gardner, Jordan Whitehead, DJ Reed, and they picked up a pro, a guy that we all, I'm gonna say, know and love, even though he had some crazy comments a couple weeks ago. Chuck Clark, to kind of be the old head in the room, the smart guy in the room, to get everybody in place. Same role he had here. Probably not gonna make a lot of plays, but gonna have a bunch of people in place, and he gonna teach Ashton Davis the position, and Ashton Davis will probably take over for him in the next year or two. That's where I feel like Chuck Clark's role is with the Jets. But I got the Jets at 7. At 8. 7, I have the Dolphins. And we all know the firepower the Miami Dolphins got with Tyreek Hill and Waddle and Raheem Mostert and Tua when he's in his right mind, and that's not no shade. That's when Tua wasn't dealing with those concussion things, Tua was dealing. He was dealing. The O-line's pretty good. Defensively, I don't think they're as good as everybody thinks defensively. They just had a good scheme. And they got some good players over there. Christian Wilkins, okay. I really like Phillips on the edge. Jalen Phillips, the kid from Miami. They got Bradley Chubb from Denver. So they got the pieces to go nuts. But the addition of Jalen Ramsey to that is why they're here. The addition to Jalen Ramsey to that already solid defense is why I got them at 7. And I got the Bills at 6. And keep in mind, this 3 teams from the same division. The Jets, Bills, Dolphins. Jets, Bills, and Dolphins. Got the Bills at 6. And we know what the Bills got. They got Josh Allen. They got Diggs. They got Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis is I don't know how Gabe Davis is the big playmaker. Maybe it's because everybody's put so much attention on Diggs. and Knox that they just kind of forget about Gabe. But Gabe had a crazy yards per catch number, and he ain't even that fast really. But anyway, their O line was suspect to me. Their O line is suspect to me. Josh Allen's decision making is suspect, but Josh Allen make a whole bunch of plays too. Defensively for him, I like Rousseau, I like Ed Oliver, I like Von Miller with him. So their D line is formidable, but they're two. Well, not two. There's one linebacker now. Milano is probably one of the smartest football players I know. As far as seeing stuff, diagnosing it, getting down here, and he don't miss a lot of tackles. Their secondary is top notch too. They got White, Poyer, Hyde, and even though Kabir Elam is listed, I like the guy that they picked in the 7th round that started over Elam when the season started. I think it's Dane Jackson maybe. It was Bedford. It was Christian Bedford. He beat out Kamir Elam for that starting job, and so I kind of like what they got as a team. Now that's 10 through 6. That's 10 through 6. Let's jump into number 5. Number 5 is us, Baltimore Ravens. I know y'all probably ain't gonna really like that because I got us at 5, but just hear me out. Just hear me out. So, what I like about what we've done, we have a happy Lamar. Lamar Jackson's going to be happy. He got paid. He's going to go out there and give you everything he got to win games. And that means a lot. That means a whole heck of a lot to have a happy Lamar. Our wide receiver room is improved, and y'all know the improvements. Odell, Aguilar, Zay Flowers, Bateman should be healthy, and whatever we can get from whoever Duvernay, and whoever ends up being wide receiver 6, whoever that may be. He may be on the roster, he may not be. But the wide receiver room is new and improved. We got a new OC. And as you can see from I did 4 videos about what he did at Tampa when he called plays. I started a series about what he did at Georgia calling plays. And yesterday I did the bunch formation. Again, I got another formation that he kind of messes with, and I'm going to kind of put that out sometime tomorrow. And the new OC is just changing the room. There's a different buzz about our offense, especially with the pieces we got coming back, and hopefully they'll stay healthy. And what else I like, a top 5 defense. We got a top 5 defense, top 3 defense, top 2 defense, maybe a top 1 defense, depending on how much everybody's gelling. Because what they did on the back half, I'm impressed with what they did on the back half of the year, even though we didn't win a bunch of games. Because the offense really didn't help them at all. And they still was holding people to 17, 18, 19, 20 points. But we couldn't score 17, 18, 19, 20 points. So I'm impressed with what the defense did. And hopefully they'll come back this year and produce just like that. The only person that's missing that I can think of, 2 people that's missing from the defense that I think of, Calais is no longer here. Peters is no longer here. But even though Peters was a shell of himself last year, bringing in Rock Ya-Sin, I don't know, does that balance the loss of Peters out? But hopefully some of our young cornerbacks can jump in and step into that role and just be helpful. Just be helpful. All right. Let's go to number 4. Number 4. San Francisco 49ers. What I like about I forgot one thing. What I dislike about us. And I kind of mentioned it, I just didn't emphasize it. The second cornerback. What's going to go on with the second cornerback? What's going to go on with the second cornerback? Who's going to take up and win that job? Is it going to be Rock Ya-Sin? Is it going to be any of the young cats? Is it going to be Kai Blue? That second corner kind of scares me. Second and nickel corner. That scares me. Safeties, we good. Marcus and Kyle. With safeties, we good. But that second cornerback scares me. All right. Now I'm going to move on to number 4. San Francisco 49ers. What I like about San Francisco is Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is a masterful play designer and play caller. Masterful. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to burp. Skill weapons. I'm just going to name them out. The ones that I can remember, I'm going to name them out. Debo Samuels. CMC. Kittle. Ayuk. Did I say Debo already? Debo again if I didn't say him. That O-line is nasty. And I got Trent up there. They O-line get after it. And they have a top 5 defense also. What I don't like about the 49ers, their quarterback situation. But their head coach is so good that it kind of is. You see, they still up here at number 4 because their head coach is so good. You can almost put, I ain't gonna say anybody, but you can put an average quarterback in their system for what they do, and if he can hit open guys, he should be successful. The team should be successful. He may not have gaudy numbers, but the team should be successful. All right, so and what I dislike about San Francisco is their DBs are sus. Their DBs are sus. Their D line is awesome. Their linebackers are more than awesome. Their DBs are sus. And their quarterback play. The DBs and their quarterback play is what I dislike about the 49ers. All right. Move on to number 3. Number 3. Cincinnati Bengals. And it was extremely tough for me to put them in front of us, but I had to try to take my purple shades off and do this without bias. I had to try to take my purple shades off and do this without bias. So, what I like about the Bengals, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's a winner. He's not a mobile quarterback, but he's mobile enough to get done. He's good. His pocket presence is okay. No, I'm lying. His pocket presence is off the chain. His movement out of the pocket is okay, but he knows when to tuck it, get yards, and get down. Like, he is so elusive in the pocket that he can make you miss while still looking downfield. And then if you still have stuff covered, he can get upfield and get you 4, 5, 8, 10 yards, depending on the situation. And 99% of the time he's going to slide, unless it's like a third or fourth, and he's trying to get that yardage to get the first down. Then he'll dive or try to juke or do some stuff like that. So I like Joe Burrow. I really, game recognized game. I hate to have them in front of us, but until we got to knock them back down to what they need to be. And so right now they're number 3. Their wide receiver room, probably the best in the league. Their wide receiver room with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, addition of Charlie Jones. They probably got the best wide receiver room in the league. Probably. Chase can hit you 1,500. T can hit you for 12 to 1,300. Let's see, what's the other? Boyd can hit you for a good. If you ain't crazy, Boyd can hit you for a stack too. And then, I don't know what they got at tight end. I forgot what they had at tight end, because I know Hurst is not. I don't think Hurst is there anymore. Well, Hurst may still be there. No, Hurst is in. Where's Hayden Hurst now? Chat box. Where Hayden Hurst at? Let me know. All right. As far as what else I like, and let me know, about where Hurst at. Their D line nasty. I like Reader. I like their ends, Hendrickson and the other kid. They get after the quarterback when they can get you in pass situations. And how do they get you in pass situations? They score so many doggone points. That's how they get you in pass situations, because they are going to score and you have to keep up with them. That's how they get you in pass situations. They ain't nothing they necessarily do great defensively, but when they get you in pass situations, them ends get pushed on the edge, and then Reader gets pushed up the middle. And don't let Reader get going early when you're trying to run the ball and he gets some TFLs. Then you're really going to be in a world of trouble. Because now you can't run and you can't throw. All right. Yeah, I thought he was with the Panthers. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. And then the speed at linebacker. Akeem Gaither-Davis. What's the other 2 linebackers they got? All of them can fly. I'm drawing a blank on names, though. But Akeem Gaither-Davis, the other 2 linebackers, they both can run. And so covering backs and tight ends, they're decent at it. What I dislike about them, they secondary is grade A trash. At least it was last year. They secondary was grade A trash. But when they get good pressure up front with them front guys, anybody can catch, overthrown balls or tip balls or balls thrown too early. So, and again, I really didn't like putting them above us, but we need to knock them back down in real life. But, as far as on paper, their wide receiver room was Their wide receiver room and Joe Burrow is what has them above us. That, in my opinion. And again, this is my power rankings, not nobody else's. This is mine. This is my 2 cents. Let's go on number 2. Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles. What I like about the Eagles, Jalen Hurts commanded that offense. Like when you put a bunch of people in the box, he makes the throws to get you out the box. Then when you go too high, they run the ball and do things they need to do in the run game. Then when you, for some reason, can cover them and you can stop him running the ball, he starts running. So now you got, it's almost pick your poison. However you want to play defense, they got ways to beat you, especially in the NFC. However you want to you play defense, they got ways to beat you. They got their skill positions, which leads me into my second point that I like. You're looking at A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins. Their tight end is good. They got the Philly Flyer back in Philadelphia. If you don't know, that's Swift. They got him from Detroit. He's originally from Philadelphia. So you know he's going to ball out in front of the home folks. Their D-line is nasty. They had 70-something sacks as a defense last year, which is nuts. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they had 4 guys with double-digit sacks. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I think they had 4 guys with double-digit sacks on their D-line. Well, on their defense. And, the guys that we know, like, because we ain't really Eagles fans, but the big-name guys from Georgia, they ain't really do much last year. They're going to have a big role this year. Like, N'Kobe Dean ain't play much. Jordan Davis played but got hurt. So, and then they added more Georgia players. They added Nolan Smith and some more guys. So, Eagles stacked, man. The Eagles stacked. And Hurts is the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL. He was the highest paid for a minute, but right now he's the second. So, moving on to number 1, and we all know who number 1 is. We all know. It's Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, I didn't say what I dislike about the Eagles. What I dislike about the Eagles. My bad. Sorry for bouncing around. Initially, I want to say their secondary. Their secondary not bad. No, it's not their secondary. They linebacker crew. Not they outside linebackers, they middle linebackers. So N'Kobe Dean and whoever else is going to man the middle for them, that's their weakest position to me. Because their O-line is top tier. They probably got the best O-line in the NFL. But what I think that their middle linebackers for them are going to be their weakest position because they are unproven. Every other group on the Eagles is proven. Quarterbacks proven, running backs proven, receivers proven, D-line proven, DBs proven with Slay and other people back there. Their middle interior linebackers are the guys that are not proven. And I think that's their weak link. So that's what I don't like about them. But the crazy thing is I say, listen, I really have that one little spot that I dislike, but they still not number 1. I mean, I could have multiple spots that I dislike for the Chiefs. But number 1, what I like about them, Pat Mahomes. Undeniably the best quarterback in the league. I think Lamar is a close second. I think Lamar is a close second because he hasn't had the weapons Mahomes has had. Even though Mahomes didn't have those great weapons last year and they still won it. But he's had, he's had more. He's had more. But I'm not saying Lamar is better than him. Lamar is a step below. But Pat Mahomes ain't no really much detail you can kind of go in there. It's Pat Mahomes. It's my homeboy, as Shannon Sharp calls him. All right, number 2 on that list, what I like, Chris Jones. Chris Jones could possibly be the best interior lineman in the game right now. Could possibly, because Aaron Donald fell off a little bit. But Chris Jones is possibly one of the best, if not the best, D lineman in football right now. Agent E says the Chiefs are overrated. Well, how can the champs be overrated? How can the champs be overrated? That's crazy to me. The champs can be overrated. Okay. And what else I like? Willie Gay and I forget Bolton's first name. Those cats, what I like about them both, they both can run. They both tackle very well. And they both can catch the ball. They both run. They both tackle very well, and they both can catch the ball. As you can see, Bolton almost won a game by himself versus was that the Super Bowl maybe? Might have been the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship game. They're them two guys right there. They get after it. They get after it. They would hit you, they would run you down, and they would take the ball away. Willie Gay and whatever Bolton's first name is, I forget what it is. And lastly, what I like about them, Andy Reid. Andy Reid is probably one of the best play callers to coach in our game. He does a great job of managing the game, like making the right decisions when they come up. I mean, it helps to have Pat Mahomes, but Andy Reid has done it with what's the guy that tore his knee up? That Pat Mahomes took his spot. Shoot, I can't think of his name. Alex Smith. He done it with Alex Smith. He did it with a post jail time Mike Vick. He did it with McNabb. His track record of producing with QBs is nuts. And I think out of all the guys he's had a chance to coach, Mahomes is going to be the best guy that he's coached. Because Mahomes is on pace to be the GOAT. On pace to be the GOAT. I don't know if he's going to have longevity like Tom Brady, but Mahomes is on pace to be the GOAT. Now, what I dislike about the Kansas City Chiefs, their secondary was extremely young. And I could easily say their secondary, but their secondary produced based off what their front four did. And, their front four, they got other guys in their front four too, but Chris Jones makes it all go. Especially if he can get one-on-one blocks. Put him in a 3 technique, let him get one-on-one blocks versus guards, he go dumb. Especially that game versus the Bengals. He murderized the Bengals right guard. They put him in a 3 technique, and then they put somebody at the nose so they couldn't double him. And he did some nasty things to that guard. Some nasty things to that guard. What I dislike about them is their O-line. They lost Lil Zeus to the Bengals. Their center is great. Creed Humphreys is great. And their other guys are average at best. But that, to me, is what I dislike about them, their O-line. And because of what Pat does back there and how fast he gets rid of the ball, then how he can extend plays with his legs and, keep his eyes downfield, they kind of hide the O-line. Because they really don't run the ball well. Now, Pacheco runs it hard, but he has to run hard because they don't really run it well. Their DBs are sorry, but they're young too. They started 2 rookie DBs in the Super Bowl, Don. They started 2 rookie DBs in the Super Bowl. But Reed, not Reed. Reed's not there with them no more. I think Reed with the Texans. Reed might be with them. Yeah, Reed's okay. And their other safety's okay. But their corners were young. Both of them were rookies. And they held their own in the Super Bowl. They held their own. So that's my, what up, Terry? That's my top 10. Let me put me back up there. There we go. That's my power rankings. So what you do is if you have not done it yet, put your top 10 teams in the comment section. Don't put it in the chat box because the chat box ain't gonna be that long. Matter of fact, hold on for a second. Yeah, put it in the comment section, your top 10. And I think I had a question earlier. I'm gonna answer that. I had a question in the other stream. And when I had to close it down, I didn't get to it. I had a question in the other stream. I think Lisa asked that I think Cola was going to start. All 17 games. I said nope. Lisa, what was your other question that you had put in there? That you put in on the other stream? I can't remember. Was it about wins? I don't remember her question. I know it was there, but I had planned on addressing it once I was live, and I screwed the pooch on that one. So today's Wednesday. We'll be back Monday. And again, we'll have the winner for the Jane Doe comment of the month. And we'll go from there, man. I appreciate you guys for staying with me through the blunder to start the stream and then coming back and finding this new one. And I appreciate it, man. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to be here with me. Before you get out of here, hit that like button. Hit the like button. Share it. Share it on your socials. Share it on your Twitter. Share it on your Twitter. Say it was a great show. Appreciate you, coach, and share it on Twitter. Because while you're still in here, you can hit the share button. And go and do that. That way we get the views and get the likes up. Get the views and get the likes up. But thank y'all for another good week of Ravens Daily. We'll be back next week with more topics, more Noti Gang, and more Jane Doe comments of the day. So thank you guys for coming out. And again, I was trying to procrastinate a little bit to see Lisa's question, but she didn't put it there. And no, Hendo, you are not getting 5 days a week. 3 is enough right now. 3 is enough right now. When we get on grass, maybe we'll get 5 when we start having games and whatnot. But right now, 3 is enough. Especially trying to find these topics. 3 is enough. But peace, y'all.